let me be the first to say happy Easter, Onigiri, Aurogiri, whichever it may be. You know, if you're watching this, you know why you're here. You watch this for the Onigiri channel, Aurogiri channel. So, it's Easter. I'm wearing my old, like, first update, you know, bunny outfit. I got the lop ears, this, I always wear the Japanese little arm pieces. I like them a lot more than other things. And, got my little red sexy band on. I like how the outfit looks, but fast as fuck, boy. Oh, hello, Momo. Hi. So yeah, I got my Christmas bell too, because that's really the only holiday decorative item I really have. I'm not going to waste metals on like a Cupid bow, or I don't know what else they have, but things like that. So that point aside, it's Easter, so happy Easter all of you. Hope you guys got some delicious chocolates or whatever traditions you guys do. If the Easter Bunny found you, honest to God, I don't know why we don't wake up in the morning and there's like, hey, happy Easter, here's like 10 soul eggs, like, you know, Easter eggs. That'd be really cool. I don't know why they don't do that. I think last year we had something for Easter, but I think it was just like a gotcha ticket or something, but it wasn't anything major. And I could be completely wrong about that. I don't really remember the old days that well. But, like, nothing. So, happy Easter to you too, Hollow and Gamer. So, Easter's a fun time. You know, you get chocolates, and sometimes you exchange gifts, and there's always the big supper, be it like a ham or a turkey or whatever you eat, lobster, whatever it may be. It's usually a big festive meal for those to celebrate. Some go to church, some don't, some just, man, it's chocolate. Some like the day after, everything's on sale. You know, Easter's a little bit something different to everyone. So, that's all fun, that's all good and fun. So, you know, I didn't just make a video to wish happy Easter to everyone, that's the main part of it, but I also want to talk about a couple things. We haven't really done like a little updatey video, just a time to talk about things and the state of things and things like that. So, you know, we're mid-April, I believe, yeah, April 16th, so mid-April. That's some fun. So hello, Sir Dragon, happy Easter to you too. So one thing I wanted to talk about is, and it's in the description of the video as well, the main point, is that on Facebook, when they were doing a big post for PC, whatever, showing the Cosmic Crux girls, and they adding in events and things like that, they had given PC Fever for the weekend, and they had originally, to my knowledge, in the post they said, oh, you guys are getting an Easter Fever, or they wished them happy Easter and then they gave them fever. And in my perspective, I don't like, if you have like something associated with a universal holiday and then there's fever like attached to it, like I expect it not to be like one platform exclusive. Like if it's Easter Fever, then give it to PlayStation and Xbox and all the variations of PC, you know, because there's different, like there's JP, English, Taiwan, things like that. But I just don't get that. Like now, I didn't really read the post all that well, but I remember when it came out, they had said something about Easter, and I'm just like, oh, cool, why don't we have Easter Fever? You know, not really here just a bitch or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't make much sense to me. Like, if they had, like, let's say, Valentine's Day Fever, or a Valentine's Day event, it should be non-exclusive to everyone, and everyone should be able to access it. Just like how we have the Christmas stuff, and I actually don't even know if Xbox got the Christmas dungeon, and I think that's because of how updates like don't work for them. I'm not too sure about how that worked. I know they got the rewards that we got, but I don't think they actually got the dungeon, and that kind of sucked. But that was due to content limits and policies and all that stuff. But a Fever time, Xbox still gets Fever. It's just like, to my knowledge, just you touch a button and the server gets Fever for a set amount of time. It's not an update, doesn't need a patch. It's just something you hot patch, just boom, Fever's on, Fever's off. You know, a lot of us remember back in when Edo came out, there was like a random day where Fever, like 100% Fever just started. And we're all like really excited. We watched it appear on screen. And then like a minute later it was gone. We're all like, what? And then like Fever started again and it was a lesser number. It was like, well, okay. So we know that they can just like turn it off and on. So You know, it's not like they have to do an update to give us fever and then do a maintenance to take it off. It's not really how it works. It just comes on at the certain time. So that's something I don't get. Like, you know, if there were, like, I could understand it if they said, oh, because of this event that we're having with the new content, we're giving you guys fever. That's a different story. But if you call it Easter fever and it's not shared by every other console, it doesn't make sense to me. But that's just something I wanted to say. I think if you're going to do something for a holiday or an event, it should be exclusive. However, if it's just something for in-game content, or if it's like PC's 3rd-year anniversary, they can have their fever, that's theirs. But if PlayStation has a year anniversary or something like that, then of course it's just ours or Xbox's or whatever have you be. Like if it was like Microsoft's anniversary and then they wanted to give Xbox fever for like a day or whatever, then that's fine. Or PlayStation's or whatever, you know, that's a different sort of thing, and you know, whatever. So it is Easter. That's awesome. So hi Renji. Someone keeps trying to like heal me or something. I don't know what it is. So yeah, that was one thing I wanted to talk about. And you know, I have been eating a lot of chocolate, so I'm a little more hyper than normal. You might not be able to tell, but I feel it. I feel it inside. Oh, hi Momo. So you've been a fan for a while. You just never been able to catch my streams. You're excited to be here? That's awesome, Momo. Thank you, Eva. I'm glad you like it. I can make the little jingles if you guys want.
Oh, hey. Hey. Hey.
Yeah. I think they should just put us all together so we can play with everyone. Now, Dragon, that's a good point. We can talk about that too. So that's really the utopia we kind of want, you know, like a cross server, like you can log into anything and it works, and that'd be great. But like the main problem with that, and I've had this talk with friends and by myself, and just like thinking about it, is that the only way that characters could jump from platform to platform to platform excuse me, would be if the game was complete and there were to be no further updates. Now, what I mean by that is, let's say, so let's organize them like a pyramid, right? So Xbox is on the bottom because they're the furthest away, they're the lowest in content. So they have the least amount of content available to them because of update limitations. So we're at the bottom of the pyramid. Then you have PlayStation in the middle, and then you have, you know, PC on the top, and let's just say the top of the pyramid's better, right? So, but it's not really better, it's just newer. It's a weird model, it doesn't really matter, but what it really means is you can go up, but you can't go down. Like, because of content differences, let's say I do have an Xbox and a PS4. And let's say like I have a character on PS4, I want to go play on Xbox. It is technically impossible to do so because we're not at the same update level. Like, let's say I had, like, okay, so I have on me, I don't even know if Xbox has Dragon Arcs, tell you the truth. I literally have no idea if Xbox have Dragon Arcs. But for a more, you know, proper answer, the L and the completion are weapons that are not in Xbox. So Aurelia would not be able to go to Xbox because her gear, her content, things she has on her person just are not coded into the game yet. So it's sort of like, the best example I have for this is like, thank you Dragon. The best example I have for this is Pokemon. So for those, now I'm a 90s kid, so a lot of younger people don't really know much about, well, I guess it's the same. I'm mostly thinking about Pokemon Gold and Silver and Red and Blue. But Red Blue is the first game. And let's just say, for example, Xbox is Red and Blue, and you know, and PS4 is Gold Silver, let's just say. Well, you know, they're fundamentally the same game, but they have a bigger roster. And you could trade between Red and Blue and Gold Silver, but if Pokemon was to come from gold and silver and go to red and blue, that Pokemon was not allowed to have any new moves, or wasn't allowed to be a new Pokemon or anything. It had to be an old thing with nothing new, and it creates these limitations. Like, basically what I'm saying is, if you're on Xbox, you could go up to PlayStation because everything your character has is already in the game. But let's say you played on PS4 and you got yourself a Spirit Seal, or like a piece of a Dragonarch, or a piece of a Warding, or just some item that does not exist on Xbox. Your character could not log in back. Like, it wouldn't work. You've never liked Pokemon and you're a 90s kid? Well, you're a rare oddity. But basically what I'm saying is, like, the only way we could all be on the same console is if all the content was released and readily available on all 3 platforms, and, you know, there'd be no future content that would be released on one before the other, and then, you know, like, it just wouldn't work unless that was the case. Like, if we all had, like, if all the content was available, it wouldn't matter. We could go from place to place to place, wouldn't change anything. The only differences would be that if you're on Xbox and you have, or Xbox or PC, and you have a Bazaar ticket or something like that, you wouldn't be able to, you'd have to get rid of it before you come to PS4 because there's no Bazaars in PS4. You get that. You just think it'd be more fun. Yeah. Yeah, on that scale, yeah, like, on paper like that, it makes sense. Of course, like, we want to be able to, a lot of people on Xbox or PC or whatever, like, so, how am I trying to say this here? I know a lot of people that, like, watch me, right, and they're like, oh, I want to play with you, but I have this console or I'm on PC and I can't come over. I wish we could all play together. I get that. I totally get what you're saying. I'm just saying those are the limitations behind it. That, like, all the content would have, it's sort of like you have to, like, when you have a game and you're trying to play multiplayer with someone else, and it's like, oh, I have to get the update before we can play. Why do you need the update? Because we're not in the same level. It's not the same game. So we'd all have to be on that update level to play together. But I totally get what you're saying, and yeah, I'm giving a little bit of a too convoluted answer for it, but that's generally the gist of what it is. But I get what Lussell was saying too. Like, I would go to PC, buy my shit, and then come back because that's where we are. It's like, you know, it's like your console's like your home country. Like, you like it. It's where you grew up. Some people, they're fine with moving and coming over, but things are fundamentally different. I know a couple guys who played on Xbox, but after so many, you know, so much time of lack of updates and whatever, they give up on their country. They come to our country because it's better, but our policies are a little different, so there's no trading, there's no glitches, there's no whatever it may be, and it's a different life. It's literally the same game, but it's still fundamentally different from what you know, and ultimately that's just a subjective thing, but it is what it is. Like, they can just catch everyone up if they were serious about cross-platform, one big update, and that's the other side of it, Renji. That's the other side of it. So yes, obviously they could just, like, say, okay, we're just going to give you the current update of the game, like wherever PC English is, and just whoop, done, right? Like, that could work. But because of how Onigiri works, how it's formulated, where Vanguards come out for a limited time and they come out piece after piece, update after update, if we were to just jump to you know, PC's update level, well, holy shit. Like, let's just say that happened. Let's experience that. So if we just jump to PC's level right now, let's say we could all play with each other, well, all the recipes would be different. We would not have access to all the Lancelot stuff. We'd miss out on, like, Fusion Bear event. We'd miss out on so many timed events, and it just wouldn't work. Like, we'd miss out on Vanguard. Like, let's say that was the case from the beginning. Like, let's say that the minute Onigiri dropped, it was to the full extent of PC. if that were to be the case, then we would have never had Miyamoto solely in the shop. We would have never had, you know, just Sasuke and the Neon Koropan. We would have jumped to where they are with the Mega Neon and all that stuff. Like, I guess around the... When this game came out, I think PC was around... I don't know when they were, right around Lucifer or something like that? I'm not really sure. But it would just be weird, right? Like if we were to just start, if the game would have started where PC was, they just gave us straight that update, it would have been a totally different game, and we would be missing out on so much stuff because that's not how the game naturally develops or evolves. Like, I don't really know what Skyforge is, but it's a new game that came out and people are playing it because it's a free MMO, but... You love how Cosmic League got canceled? Yeah, I heard about that, Momo. Yeah. That Cosmic League... I did want to do a video about it, but like that day I couldn't do anything. But yeah. But yeah, like, ideally it would be great if we could all just play together on one console and, like, no content was lost, that everything was not timed and you could just do everything and anything and the game be great and there'd be freedom to do what you want, when you want, with who you want, however you want. That would be the perfect game, right? Like, I don't know, like... This is really the first MMO I've ever played, so I'm not used to like timed events and things like that or whatever. But usually, I'm used to like you buy a game, get all the DLC, and then you could just do what you want, whatever you want. But, and they do rhyme, that's right, they do. And sometimes it's not that they lie, it's just that they're misinformed and that, you know, there's like horizontal communication and vertical communication and just a lack of communication. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Neko Power 3 did get delayed a bit. I haven't touched 2 at all. I want to know more about Coconut. She's my favorite of the cat girls, Coconut. Rhyme thinks you're done with this game. Do you, Rhyme? Rhyme thinks he's done with the game. I mean, that's fine. A lot of people get done with the game. I love the game, so I'm going to keep playing it. Keep making videos about it. All that stuff. But... you know, that's everyone's personal choice. People quit every day, people start every day. Well, yeah, no updates. There are rumors that Xbox is getting an update like soon, but I mean that rumor's been going on for like 2 years, right? So that's just how that is. So what'd you miss, Hunter? Not too much. Just talking about things like what if we could all go to every console and everyone was updated to the max and all that stuff. I'm not done, Onigiri. I'm just waiting for the next update. A lot of people... that happens a lot, too. A lot of people think that's... like, that happens. Like, an update comes out, and then, like, a month or 2 months later, a bit less than that, they just stop. And to be honest, it's like, oh, well, we had an update like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's like, well, that update wasn't really an update. It was more like we're taking shit off. But, you know. So, I don't know what BO2 is, but okay. You stopped playing to get my life together? That's fine. You know, times like that happen. Sir Dragon, I can't say much. You played World of Warcraft for 5 years. Now, whoa, that's a whole different worldview to come from, right? Like, 5 years... for a game, that's a long time. I could quit, delete, spit on all my other games if we get that. Oh, Black Ops 2? Oh, whatever. I'm not a big Call of Duty guy, so I don't really care about any of the Call of Duties ever. But, you know. So I really, like, honestly, this is like an Easter video, but I really just wanted to, like, talk to you guys, see what's up, and catch up on things. Me and the girlfriend watched 13 seasons, watched 13 reasons why together. I'll stop there, okay. Nothing but Black Ops 2, okay. That's a good question. What did I play before Onigiri? That's a good topic. I like that. I don't know if we ever really talk about that. What did I play before Onigiri? For me, I played when I first got my PS4. I mostly just played like Destiny on it for a little bit. Like, and by mostly I mean I played Destiny for like a month and a half. Not even. Like, I played Destiny up until they took out the loot cave, and then I just gave up on it. That's about it. But then, like, I honestly don't like Destiny at all. Like, I liked it at the beginning before they made me buy the game twice, and I just didn't care about it. And they took out the loot cave that I enjoyed. They took that out. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm not playing this no more. You're poor, you don't get money. Man, I don't get much on YouTube money at all. To tell you straight, like, I've only made like $300 off YouTube and a couple hundred off donations. Like, I'm not some rich guy. Everything comes out of pocket, man. Momo, even if you do get it on PlayStation now, don't you gotta pay monthly? Maybe, I'm not sure. Hi, Lost Gaming. But after Destiny, I think the next big game I played on PS4, it wasn't even a big game, was I played Omega Quintet like that summer. That was like a JRPG sort of game. I played Omega Quintet for like the summer, and then near the end of the summer, Onigiri came out like on October. So then I played Onigiri. Like, that was my whole PS4 lifetime, was like that game to that game to that game. And then I played Onigiri from October till December, early January, and then said there's no update, fuck it, I'm done. So at that point, I'm like, well, you know, in February, Battleborn is supposed to come out, and Naruto is supposed to come out, and all these games. I'm like, I'm gonna go play those. And then Battleborn got pushed back till like May. And then, because I love that game when that came out. When that closed beta came out, I was playing that all summer, all fall. I was playing that till Onigiri came out, was the Battleborn beta. And then for those 2 months, we had no updates, like, until, what was it, April, May, something like that. Yeah, I just played other games, and then the update came out, and I came right back to Onigiri, and just, that's when Aurogiri really started. I wanted to help everyone get good, because I wanted to play the new content. And when the new content came out, and not everyone was, like, ready for Satan and all this stuff, I'm like, man, I gotta start helping people out. And I was, like, teaching people, like, what they had to do and stuff in-game. And then when Oshu came out, that's when I really started to make the guide videos and the rolling videos and all that good stuff. I'm stuck in Onigiri, the part where you go to get the uniform. Oh. So, Lost Gaming. That's in Kyoto. And in Kyoto, you just gotta do all your side quests and then put the uniform on. Like, the guy's gonna give you your guard uniform, and you have to go to your clothing and put it on. And then you can go in the dungeon. And once you go in the dungeon, you can take it off. There's an Eva around me somewhere. She gave me that double invig. I can feel her stalking me. Her stare gazing at me from a distant place. You were ready for Satan? That's good. I just remember those days, and that's really what started it all. But yeah. What time of day is it? 1:30. In like an hour, I have to go to my grandmother's for like Easter supper. So I got a bit of time in the morning. So what can I talk about? Okay, so progress report, right? So I used to do progress reports after every fever. Like, they were so common last year. Like, we'd have a fever, and then a fever, then a fever, then a fever. Oh, Warframe! I played Warframe too. That's right. I want to touch on that too. So you played Warframe for Onigiri. It got boring, and you had to do the same copy-paste missions over and over just to get blueprints, yeah. So that was another thing I did when I was playing in between Onigiri and... Oh, there's Mirji. Oh, she's a cute bunny too. Oh my goodness, come over here. Come be with me. She run away. But in February, my dog had died. And at that point, I didn't want to play Onigiri at all. And I just drowned myself in Warframe. And I played Warframe between Onigiri. I played Warframe until Naruto 4 came out, I guess I want to say. And even a little bit past that. So... Happy Easter, man. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. So I played Warframe like pretty hardcore for the time I played it. I just drowned myself in it because, you know, I was sad I didn't have my dog. So I just wanted a distraction. I played that like hardcore. What did I do? Like, I think I bought one of the packages. It was like the Saren Prime. That was around my time of playing it. But I did enjoy Warframe for what it was. I had like the Tonkor, and I shoot that with a double shot, and I had a lot of fun. And I would barter my platinum to buy Warframes. I had like 20 frames, I think. It was a fun time. I think sometime I should like stream Warframe for like a day. Not even a whole day. Like for a couple hours, just stream it and like see what happens. I think it'd be fun. Before PS4, though, I played a couple visual novels, like hentai visual novels on my computer. Those were really fun games, really deep games. I like them. And then I mostly played like the Naruto games and Smash Brothers on my Wii. And on PlayStation, I had a bunch of games, but I don't really remember all those times. Mostly Onigiri now. I was gonna talk about something, now I forget. Visual novels are bae. Yeah, they can be, yeah. If you find the good ones, they're really good. Some of my favorites that I really enjoyed, my two favorite visual novels, or three. The three I really liked were, okay, four. Deep hentai games, I see. Yes. But they're like deep story-wise, they're enriching. The first one I really played, I was in university at the time. I played Katawa Shoujo because that was all the big rave on the internet. So I decided to download it. It was free, so downloaded Katawa Shoujo, and I really enjoyed that. Like, I really enjoyed that experience. For anyone who knows what that is, it's a game on the computer. It was made by Four Leaf Studios, and it's a very emotional game. It gives you choice, and you basically, like, the gist of that game, I'm just going to explain it for a bit sec. The gist of that game is you're a guy, don't remember his name, you're a guy, and the game starts with you like asking this girl out or something like that, confessing your love, some situation like that. And like while you're like asking her, you collapse due to like a heart attack or cardiac arrest or something like that. And like the whole confession goes wrong and the screen blacks out and you wake up in a hospital. And the doctor explains to you that like your life will never really be the same because you have a heart condition and you need to be like near a doctor or a nurse or something at all times. And it really changes the guy's life. Like it messes things up. He's in the hospital for basically like he's out of commission for like the whole year. So, and then after that he has to go to this school, and the game's literally called Cripple Girls. That's like the translation in English. And the school is basically just a place for amputee girls and people with, you know, conditions like being mute or blind or being an amputee, something like that. And he goes there just because there's a nurse, like a highly trained doctor or nurse on the premise, and he goes to that school. And it's basically almost entirely an all-girls school. There's not many guys there. And then you meet like a couple girls, and you have a choice of romancing a couple of them, and then you basically pick one of them and you like, you know, date them dating sim style, and then it goes to like hentai stuff later. And it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. It really got me into visual novels. It was a really fun time. It was good. So you're new to my channel and you're falling in love with the game. That's awesome, Dragon. I'm loving it. I'm loving that you love the game. I'm loving that you love the channel, because honestly, Aurogiri, as much as it is a fun channel where we do fun things, ultimately it's to be a resource for players that need help, that the wiki just can't tell you how to do things or what you should do or how we go about things. It's more like the dictionary. This is more like, you know, a practical, hands-on guide that you can ask me stuff and I can tell you how to do it, you know. That's the whole goal of Aurogiri, so I'm glad you're loving it. So Karawa Shoujo was a lot of fun. I really liked it. In case people are questioning who I picked, for those that know about that game, I picked Emmy. Emmy was my girl. That was fun. So then, after that, the other games I really liked were Princess Evangile. I love that visual novel so much. That was such a fun one. I love that one. And then Jisenjo no Mao, for people who know that, Devil on G-String. That's a phenomenal, one of the best visual novels ever, in my opinion. It was amazing. And there was another one I played. I played Grisaya no Kaijitsu, and that was fun. That was fun. You hate the gambling system in Onigiri and wish we could just buy what we want? Yeah, that'd be great. They wouldn't make as much money, though. That's the problem with Onigiri, is that Onigiri is essentially a phone game on console. It's like the phone game mechanic. If you ever play one of those phone games with gotchas and rolls and everything's random, it's literally like a game with lottery elements. And it has a finite amount of energy, so you can only do so much. It's like one of those phone game premises, but the game's amazing. And the game wouldn't even work if the game was not really fun and addicting. Not really addicting, but just really fun. Princess Evangile with Happiness coming out soon. Cool. Is it going to be translated English really quick, or is it just going to be Japanese for a while? I don't really know. I really like that game. That was a fun one. But for those people that know about visual novels and stuff, and note that they are entirely 18 plus, or whatever your age of consent is in your country, they are a lot of fun. So I did play a lot of those before Onigiri. When the game would not, then the game would not make money. Exactly. If the game was not like that, then it wouldn't make money. Like, because the free-to-play model is one of the most profitable models ever. Because Japanese been out, they're still translating. Okay, cool. That's cool. But I did enjoy those games a lot. The feels are great. The romance is awesome. Those are fun. But yeah, because Onigiri is a free-to-play model, it makes so much more money than a game you buy once. Like, if you were to compare, I don't know, like the Switch and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, like, literally everyone wants to play that. And the whole gimmick is, if you want to play this, you need a Switch. But not really, because you can play it on the Wii U, but essentially, like, it's a bad argument. But basically, like, it's an awesome game. You buy it once, and there's some DLC, and they make $100 per person off the game, something like that. But with Onigiri, anyone who plays it, falls into it, falls in love with it, well, you don't really buy it. You go in, it's like, oh, a new Vanguard's out, I'm going to put in $60. Oh, a new Vanguard's out, I'm going to put in $100 every time. Well, you've essentially bought in, like, 2 PS4s worth of this game, you know? So Onigiri is like a money-making machine compared to other games where it's like, you buy it once, you buy a couple DLC, it doesn't really matter, right? It's a different model that just rakes in all the money. Like, if you look at the free-to-play model online or on phone even, like games like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, like I'll play a bit of that every now and again, but they'll like put out a new pack and then you can either farm for in-game money or you can like just throw in $30 and buy stuff. You know, things work like that. Like it's free, but you just keep throwing money in and in and in. And you have like things like Pokemon Shuffle and games like that. That's the whole new trend. It's a free-to-play game. You play it, you only get so far. You want to get OP, you throw in the money. Like, I'm used to like old games on PS3 and stuff, or if you put money in, you're literally God. Like, you go play some like Idea Engine games, RPGs, and you put in some money for some weapons, like those weapons are God tier and you just kill everything. Like, I'm totally used to that model where, like, if you put in a little extra money, you get a lot. And the first time I learned that in Onigiri, where if you put in a little bit of money, it's not a lot, is when I was in the shopping plaza, and I had saw the little smelting amulet thing, and it said 20 for two, and it said 20 on it. It was a smelting 20. I thought it was for $2. That's really the equivalent exchange here. I thought for $2 I got 20 amulets. Oh my god, was I disappointed when I put in $2 worth of OC, and I got one 20% amulet. Like I was like so disappointed. Like I'll show you guys what I thought in the beginning of the game. No, $100 is not a lot if you play Onigiri. It's not. And the problem is we're like conditioned over time where it's like it's not a lot. It's like, oh, you only spent 200 for this Vanguard? God damn, you're lucky. You know, like, and we come to normalize it. Like me and my friend Ryujin, like we're buddies in game and stuff. We'll talk about it, and he's like, man, the worst thing about this game is that you have people that you're just sitting there talking with them in a party chat, and they're eating supper. They're like, man, I threw in like $250 for this Vanguard. I didn't really get it. I'm just gonna throw in like another $200 tonight. He's like, in what world are people like not billionaires and they're just so casual about throwing in $100 every now and again? Like these people work like, you know, they're 9 to 5, they're 10 to 2, they're 8 to 4, whatever it is, man. And it's just like they come home and it's like they're not the richest guys ever. They got rent, they got food, they got light, they got heat, they got all that shit. But man, they can fucking throw in $200 to this game like it's nothing. And it's just weird mentality. And Onigiri does that. Like in me and Eva have had that talk too. It's like, in what life am I putting in like $200 into a game every month? Like what are you doing? I don't even know. But essentially, what my first encounter with the game was, I'm looking at the smelting amulet Great Fortune, right? I see 20. I didn't really read this. I just see like, oh, I can get 10 amulets for 16 coins, or I can get 20 amulets for 20 coins. And I literally put this in there. I did this and I bought it, and I thought I was gonna get like 20 amulets. I got like one. I was like, holy fuck. And that was literally my first experience buying anything. Once you pay off your truck, you can start. Now see, that's fine. $40 a month, you can rationalize that in 10 seconds. That's $10 a week. That's nothing, man. That's nothing. I mean, but, and the biggest problem with it all is when they put in the OC campaigns. That's when we want to put in the OC, right? Because then you get more stuff. Oh, 400. Oh, 400. Jesus, okay. Oro, do you have chocolate O-Pies? Happy Easter. Do I have chocolate O-Pies? I had chocolate O-Pies, but Eva ate all the chocolate off. So they're not chocolate anymore. But my Easter eggs were chocolate before. But all the chocolate has been nibbled off. So 400. Sorry, I read 40. I don't know why. Because it skipped a line. 400. That's a lot. No, that's a lot. That's $100 a week. But that's fine. But fuck, man. That's a. What is that a year? That's $4,000 a year, man. That's $4,800 a year. That's crazy. That's a lot. Like on one hand, it's a lot, but in a year's scape, it's not that bad. So yeah, those are some fun talking points. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Like I always got to check the time again because it's almost 2. And we're leaving in a bit. Not a bit, but like a couple hours. Not a couple hours. Couple half hour, 45 minutes. Yeah, the black and purple Easter costume is very beautiful. Who's that? Ryoko. Oh, hello. Feels good to be back. Oh, great. So I want to talk about progress report, how things were going. That's where I lost it. All right. So let me just adjust my camera. My shoulder's actually kind of sore. That's pissing me off. I slept on it wrong the other day and it sucks. Where's your birthday video? When's your birthday? You gotta tell me. I'll forget. But progress report wise, So Miyamoto, which is like the primary goal right now, she is about 70% to 108. And Eva reminded me the other day that it's been like over a month that I've been trying to farm her up. And honestly, I haven't been doing her hardcore as I should. But, because I still do other stuff with my friends, and, you know, I'm not just slaving over it. But it's been a little bit over a month. Bubble Gaming. It's Yuri. Hi, Yuri. How you doing? Happy Easter. So Miyamoto's coming along. To go from about here to here was about 300 mil. So I'm going to need probably another 200 mil to go from here to here. So the bulk of my time is going to be devoted to money farming and then weapon farming for the next little while. I want to get her to 150. So yeah, Lost Soul, I saw the April 19th. If I can remember, I will give you that birthday video. So that'll be fun. And once I get her to 150, I will be doing a 150 Miyamoto guide. What are the new skills you want to use? How do you want to set her up, etc. So for those who with 150 don't really know exactly how to build her up without, they don't want to waste all the OC reswapping skills and stuff, that guide will be coming, so fret not. A Venus guide will be coming because I now have her 5 scroll at 100 because of the Mega Neon last time, or the Premium Neon. So Venus guide will be coming. Siegfried guide will be coming. Valkyrie guide's done. Azure guide's done. Everyone else has guides. But yeah, Venus, Siegfried, and Miyamoto 150 guides will be coming. And I will note that there'll be a lot more videos this week and next week. Because my parents are going on a trip for like 2.5 weeks starting on Monday, tomorrow. And that just gives me so much free time because I honestly hate making videos when they're home because they'll be loud and things happen. I don't like disturbances, and I just like you know, being free to do whatever and just go. So that it's going to be a lot like that next week. So look forward to lots of new content coming your way. Elsin progress, because I said my next goal was Elsin and Miyamoto. Elsin wise, I said I'm not going to be farming seal for the other fuse mag. I'm just going to be using Oni medals. I'm currently at 1783 medals, and if I can manage to do a lot of Oni mode this week, I should have a fuse this week, and I'll have my Elsin this week. So those are my little progress reports. So Miyamoto's almost done. Elsin is almost done. Those are all really the last goals I had given myself after I hit 125. So they're coming along promisingly. So those are things you can look forward to. Whew. Bit of a yawn there. So that said, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything you guys want to ask or comment about or inquire? Anything like that? Or else I'm gonna end the Easter video and be on my way. Because I think we've said everything we really had to say. One thing I do want to mention, though, is that a lot of people don't know that I'm on Twitch. A lot of the times if I'm not streaming on YouTube and I'm playing, I'll be streaming on Twitch. So that's Randandestroyer, no S, on Twitch. And I'll be playing Onigiri most of the time. Sometimes some Overwatch or other games, depending. But yeah, sometimes you guys can find me on there. I think if you click on my channel, there's a link to Twitch, so it's on the top right on the banner. You guys might see it be like Twitch Connect or something like that. If you guys want to go there and follow and watch streams when it's not on YouTube, because YouTube for me is for making videos and guides, and then Twitch is mostly just for hanging out and playing. So Shane, you weren't around for the Blue Moon Blade event, so you wanted to know if there's a way to get it. So he's asking about cancer. I'm gonna tell him I love you too, Eva. That's a good talking point. I'm gonna tell him 2-man Naki hard. So Blue Moon Blade, they're really, after the event there's only one way to get it, and that's to talk to Yoshitsune here and go to weaponsmithing. And then if you go to Odachi, you can scroll down and you can find the Blue Moon Blade, and it's craftable for me. To get the Blue Moon Blade, you need 500 metals, 450 metals, and 300 metals. Honest to God, it's a waste of metals. This weapon is a crutch. I do not recommend getting it other than swag points or just wanting to have it. But because your question is if there's a way to get it, there is, but I do not recommend it. And the reason I don't recommend it is because these Oni medals are like an end game currency, let's say, and the only really way to earn them is through Oni mode, which isn't exactly something you can do at level 100 or level 80 or something like that. And by the time you're readily able to farm these medals, the Blue Moon Blade is like not a good weapon. By that time you're using gargoyles, 117s, L completion, things like that. And the Blue Moon Blade would not be worth your medals, because for anyone who's ever farmed Oni mode, you know that you only get like 5 to 6 first class medals a run, if you're lucky, not even that. And you can only do it 3 times a day, and I've been doing Oni mode probably for a couple months, not exclusively or as well as I should, but I've been doing it every now and again, and I don't even have enough to make a fused Magatama yet. Which in my opinion is the only use of metals, is to make 105s and fused Magatama through Kaguya. Like, metals, in my opinion, should only be used to like craft a thunder, like one of the 105s, Thunderquake, Attack Star, etc. That takes 1,000 metals, 700, 850. So basically twice as many metals as you would need to make the Blue Moon Blade. Like, the Blue Moon Blade, in my honest opinion, is a waste of metals just because of how rare they are. And to make a fused, which is just you need the first one, and then you need like twice as many metals, like exactly like twice, or a little less than 2 times as many metals. Is it 1,000? So I'm actually about 220 metals away from a fuse, and then by the time I get those metals, I'll have these metals, because I need one of these metals to light that up. So that's the progress on that fused Magatama, but I need the dancing water. So yeah, there is a way to get the Blue Moon Blade, but it's honestly not worth it. That's a way better Odachi right there, if you can get your hands on that. I have one of those and I love it. I'm gonna go check my bargains. And there's nothing there. There we go. Get my Shenlong back up to 99. So thanks for that question. Any other things you guys want to ask or talk about? Because I think I've already said this, but I think I've said everything I really need to say. Oreo? What do you mean Oreo? You can't call me Oreo. I'm Oro. Gonna make L nice. You got a question, Eva? What is your question? You love me so much. I love you so much too. Happy Easter, Eva. She's so happy. She might. I think she really likes seeing me in this outfit. Like she wants to follow this bunny everywhere. Well, alright then, I think we're done here, so... Boy, we're throwing hands. PvP right now, you're going down. I'm bringing Exorcist 7 to your ass. I'm just kidding. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video. Thanks everyone for watching, everyone coming out. Hope you guys all have a fantastic Easter. If you guys have a nice supper tonight, hope it's delicious. Hope you guys enjoy your chocolate. Hope whatever celebrations and traditions you do, they go flawlessly. So happy Easter, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. For those of you that get to not go to school because of Easter Monday and Easter Monday, all that stuff, hope you guys enjoy your time off, your vacation pay, those all those things. Not vacation pay, what is it? It's like a statutory holiday day. Those are awesome. I remember those days. The level is the great Mikazuchi search. The level, I don't know what that is, but that's it for me, guys. Peace out, and yeah, see you guys later.